50 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Rebels offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the...
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a man on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Escapes trouble. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the smack him to the Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right?
They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stuck in the backfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Hauls it in.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. That's some old school hard note. Running as he powers his way to the 30. Let's see what they've got on second down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Caught behind the line. It's Moore. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. A lot of ball handling goes on. But after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you got to be extra careful with your ball security.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Unloads quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Rebels Rebels looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. Field they couldn't hook up.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes his man miss. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. Fighting off the defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense cashing it in. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Trying play action. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the 1st down. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. Small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Florida is currently trailing in this one, but I'm old enough to remember that Werfel led in 1995 to beat Tennessee, so don't rule anything out here today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run play action. He unleashes a long one. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not he got the football, but defend the field position with the return. Here comes the Texas offense. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
It's a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Going close to the marker, it's Lee. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Past the 1st down marker and still running. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Shakes off the defender. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Lee. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. He'll pull it on the read. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. And the Longhorn quarterback doing whatever is necessary to move the chains. They have a long history of that at Texas.
Yeah, and when they're great, and when they're a team that's really back, and not we're just talking about them being back, is usually at the quarterback spot. Like finding their guy that they can build the offense around to have success at Texas.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive.
Turning it on! Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a 1st down. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the 1st half.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep 3rd downs manageable for this offense.
And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Got a man, it's Lee. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Here's a Heat. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He did not make it. A stonewall on third down. They kick it away on fourth down. Couldn't get away from that cover. And they've got him down at the 23. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wingo. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
So, been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't. Every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Give to the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. Finds that crease, and he's to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. The Rebels send out the punt unit. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Down to 2 minutes before the half. They'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. To the air, it's Manning. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. BYU was able to come away, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Gives it on the option. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the middle. The sure hands, it's Haas. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Runs through the tackle. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Thanks for that break. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that off coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Spins away from the defender. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes...
There he goes! Lowers those pads. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Longhorns perfectly happy to let him do it himself. Horns fans have seen this before. Vince Young with over 1,000 yards rushing in 2 of his 3 seasons.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Just an unbelievable physical specimen. And I think Texas fans are always looking for that next guy. Who can be the guy that can replace the Vince Young? Give me some memories like Vince Young. It's been a desert at quarterback for them for a long time. Can this be the guy with the wheels to bring Texas back?
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Wingo. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to throw again. Hit as he throws. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. Texas fight and fight. The air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job. Team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. It's caught downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. To the air. It's Simmons. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. This offense in dire need of a touchdown. Is 3rd and goal, but this is probably 4-down territory. Caught over the middle. It's Ball. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one is perfect. They are forced to settle for 3. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from it, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Leaves it with the back. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels! Here comes the 2-point try. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he advantage of it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to the ground with the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop him.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll do it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! This lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped. 5. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Got his man quickly. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's going to be back. Turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Texas. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
This offense has really been able to use this option play to their advantage. The defense just doesn't seem to have an answer for it, and the offense has already had 2 rushing touchdowns when using the option.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Handoff to the lone back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. And the Rebels line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Powers through. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They try to pop a run on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Cool as a cucumber. And makes a sure catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No.
Turning it on! Picks up the 1st down. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And now on second down for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the